Welcome to our series, Recovery Happens in Mental Health. My name is Rosita Thomas. I'm the president of Thomas Opinion Research, and we're going to be talking with you about 15 minutes today. Today we're going to tell you about this amazing place called the Trillium Drop-In Center. The Trillium Drop-In Center is a peer-led, private, nonprofit center for adults that promotes and encourages and helps people with serious mental illnesses, and it helps them with recovery. It is located in Prince William County, and the Trillium Center gives consumers mental and behavioral health support, and which includes educational support, recreational, and other supportive activities. We are excited today to have two folks with us who are on the Trillium staff, Michelle and Robert. And before I turn it over to them, let me tell you a little bit about the outline for today's session. We will get a visual tour of the Trillium Drop-In Center, and then Robert and Michelle will tell you a little bit about how Trillium has helped each of them, and it has helped them on their road to recovery from mental illness. A lot of people believe that people with mental illnesses cannot recover. We're here to prove that that stigma about mental illness is wrong. We want you to know that Trillium may be able to help you. All right, so now let me introduce Michelle. Thank you for being here, Michelle. Michelle is married. She's been married for over 10 years. She is a consumer who is diagnosed with bipolar, and she was diagnosed at age 16. She is an amazing example of recovery happens. Before Michelle came here in 2008, she was emerged and stuck in an unhealthy pattern. She had been depressed for a long time. She really didn't like to venture out very much. And when she did leave home, she'd go to this same overpriced grocery store, not because it was the one place she wanted to go, but simply because she knew where things were located in that store. Today, Michelle, she's working as a staff member at the Trillium Drop-In Center, and she's so good at her job. She surprised me when she told me that she'd never thought she'd have a people job. As she said, who knew I had this capacity? Well, she has that and more. And her welcoming smile is enough to bring you in the door. Her insights and personality keep you coming back. So welcome again. And Michelle, my first question to you is, suppose a new person comes in the door at the Trillium Drop-In Center. What do you tell them about who Trillium is for?
Thank you, Rosita, for that kind introduction. Trillium is mental health consumers helping mental health consumers. And we're located at 13184 Center Point Way, Woodbridge, Virginia. You'll see here that...
Okay, before you go on with the tour, I wanted to emphasize something, and that Trillium is really a place, it's not for everybody, right? This is a place for people who live with mental illness. This is a place for people who are working on recovery. You have to be a mental health consumer to come here. And it's not a place for everyone, as I mentioned. So if you just want to drop by and get some food, it's not for you. It is not for someone who is suffering from intellectual disability. You have to be seeking or have sought mental health services. Back to you, Michelle. Let's suppose, okay, the person walks in the door, you tell them who it's for. Now, give us a little tour.
Okay. As you look down our hallway, you will see our TV media room. And we have a TV and 3 internet-connected computers. We allow nothing violent or sexually suggestive on any of our equipment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I think the next place you'd like to show people
is the Tranquility Room. This is a place where you can sit and be. We have peer-led support groups that are led by fantastic peer facilitators. And
then usually I remember the last time I was there that after people come out of the Tranquility Room, you like to go over the rules a little bit.
I do. We have a very important code of conduct. Our rules are very important to us because they lend to our emotionally safe and physically safe environment. And I often read to them the first rules on the code of conduct. And the first is you must be a mental health consumer to receive services from Trillium Drop-In Center. And the second is that you must be kind to one to another. And we're more specific on what that means. And then we have more rules that are just pretty basic stuff, but they are important for behavior there at Trillium.
And the rules are there to make sure that it is a safe and secure environment, and it's also a non-judgmental environment. All right, so Michelle, the next place we see.
We also have a recreation room. We've got a pool table. We've got card tables that we play cards at. We have our music. Music is very important to us. And we have a craft room where you can go in and color, paint, and have some time to yourself if you wish.
Thank you. And the final room that we're going to see.
The final room is our kitchenette. And we have suggested donations for food. It's just suggested, and you can make food there.
Like a sandwich, or you can have a drink or a soda.
A sandwich or a soda.
It's really comfortable. It's like sitting around your own kitchen table with people you like. Thank you so much. We're going to now hear, I'm going to turn over the floor to Robert, and he's going to tell us a little bit about how Trillium has helped him on his road to recovery. Robert is a facilitator at Trillium. He is a father. Robert is also a military veteran. He is also in recovery. He has bipolar disorder, and he is recovering and doing a fabulous job. I just heard he went ziplining yesterday. So thank you, Robert, for being here. Robert, tell us a little bit about how Trillium has helped you.
Well, when I got out of the hospital, it was my 4th hospital visit, and I hope my last. I came to Trillium. I found a secluded corner, and I sat in that little corner. The beautiful thing about Trillium is the staff there, and also fellow consumers. Because they've been where I've been, they knew how to interact with me, and they knew basically for a while I just needed my space.
Right.
And I was eventually able to grow, develop friendships, relationships with staff members. I remember over a pool game, I was talking to a staff member, and I was telling them how I didn't like the way my medication, some of the side effects of my medication, and he let me know that, hey, look, you have the right to advocate for yourself. You know, you can speak up. You can participate in your recovery, and I never felt that way before.
Right. So it really has helped you become an advocate for your own care.
Yes. Trillium not only helped me decide and learn who I am. It helped me open up. It helped me become me. It helped me accept me. I spent years and years and years trying to hide and cover up so that no one would understand what I was going through inside my head. And Trillium...
Take a moment.
Trillium helped me see that it was okay to be me.
That is so powerful. Thank you so much, Robert. Michelle, tell us a little bit about how Trillium helped you.
Well, as you mentioned in the beginning, Rosita, it's very true that I was isolated at home and pretty much couldn't leave or was, definitely isolating myself away from everyone. And I, like you said, I couldn't, just go to any old grocery store. It had to be the one that I felt safe with. It was all about safety. And so when I came to Trillium, it was all about safety for me at that point. And what did I find? I found a place that was safe emotionally and physically, and that was huge for me. And there's so much to the story, but it's been years. But going from that place to a place where I've been given opportunities beyond my wildest expectations, more than I ever could have imagined before in my life. And
such as, where have you visited?
Well, I'll tell you that I have given the opportunity to be a speaker, and I've spoken to audiences 150 plus. Just within my speaking duties, I guess you'd say. And I've also visited the UN in New York City and spoken at a conference that was affiliated. We were doing that for a project for Trillium.
That is amazing, folks. I mean, there you have it. I mean, they spoke at the United Nations in New York City, and they continue to be a force within this county and across this country. Thank you so much. I want to tell you that in the next few months, we're going to talk with individuals who have specific mental illnesses. We'll talk about, and those mental illnesses, some of the ones that we'll talk to people with depression, we'll talk to people with bipolar, we'll talk to people with anxiety, and a number of other things. We'll talk about their symptoms, how they took those first steps towards recovery, and how they currently manage their triggers and live in recovery. And in the next few weeks, we'll also be talking to some additional folks, including Cynthia Dudley, who is the executive director at the Trillium Center, and she has helped countless people with recovery. We want to make sure you tune in next month. In the meantime, if you want to find out more about the Trillium Center, please check out their website, trilliumdropincenter.org, or you can call them at 703-763-3865, or you can email them at contact@pwdropincenter.org. I want to thank you all for tuning in. And so till next time, remember, recovery happens in mental health.